Hello. Happy Friday. It is November 10th, 2017. My name is Adam. You might know me as Adam Tilted. And this is my vlog for today. We're coming up on the holiday season, and as you probably know, that can be a really difficult time for people who struggle with anxiety and or depression. So I just wanted to talk about that for a minute so we can keep an eye on each other during this time. Just doing a quick check, make sure that I'm live, and I am. Excellent, and I see I've got some people in the audience today. Great. So, as I was saying, the holidays can be a difficult time for people who suffer from anxiety and depression. Love you too, Barbara. Bobby. My Bobby. There's a lot going on during this time of year, and it can be very stressful. That just can make everything seem overwhelming very quickly. So we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to show you today's picture because it's pretty amazing. This is the close-up. This is the Ba Atoll in the Maldives. I think that's how you say it, Maldives. And this string of islands, it looks like stepping stones for a giant. The interesting thing here is that that whole string of islands is no more than 8 feet above sea level. So that they are right in the crosshairs for climate change directly impacting them. In fact, it would only take a rise of less than 4 degrees Celsius in the temperature of the average temperature of the sea for that whole string of islands to be underwater. One thing I want to mention about sea level rise, is I've learned that a lot of people, when they think about the rise in sea level, what they usually attribute that to is the melting of the ice caps, and that ice that was up on the ground, or as has melting and going into the ocean, and that's causing the water level to rise, which is true, but at the same time, the warmer water gets, the more space it takes up. So as the temperature of the ocean increases, the size of the ocean increases. So that is also going to cause a rise in the sea level. So only 4 degrees. It's like 3.6 degrees, something like that. It's not very much at all. That little bit of a rise, and that whole string of islands will be underwater. Okay. So I thought that was interesting. Holidays. Make sure you take care of yourself during the holidays. It's really easy to get yourself overwhelmed with putting up a tree, putting up decorations, getting guests. By the way, which do you like better, Thanksgiving or Christmas? I prefer Thanksgiving. I've always loved Thanksgiving. I used to really like Christmas, but it's gotten just so off track for me. So I like Christmas, but I like Thanksgiving better. Thanksgiving traditions uh, typically involve family. And even though my family is far away, I still like Thanksgiving because it reminds us to be thankful for what we have. But I'm curious about you. Which do you prefer, Thanksgiving or Christmas? No judgment. I'm just curious. Some things to look out for your friends that may be having a difficult time during this time of year. Uh, Look for withdrawal. It's really easy for me when I start to get stressed out or depressed to kind of just become a hermit, crawl into my little shell, and just try to ride it out. And that's no fun. So watch out for that. If someone drops off the radar, check on them. You know, invite them to hang out. Don't invite them to do something that's going to cause them stress, though. Don't. I mean, you can invite them to a party, but understand that that's not the same as let's have a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or whatever. Because a lot of times people like me that feel anxious during the holidays, part of that is because I feel a lot of pressure to be happy, put on a happy face. It's a holiday season. It's a season of joy and celebration, right? And sometimes I just don't feel like it. Sometimes that crap gets on my nerves. It doesn't mean I don't like the holiday. It just means I'm just not in the mood today, Sometimes I just get that way. I can't help it. And then if you invite me to a party, that's fun, but that's also a lot of work. What am I going to wear? How am I going to get there? How much money is it going to cost me to get there? How much effort am I going to have to put into getting ready for this? So, oh, by the way, did you notice that I shaved? Props to the shaving cream, because normally if I had let it grow that long and then shaved, I would have had breakouts, especially on the side of my face, but I don't have any. I've got a little bit of redness under my nose, but that's because I've been blowing my nose constantly. Oh, you've avoided Christmas. Christmas, man, can Christmas be tough? I miss my family, but sometimes I wonder if it's if it's good that we have some space. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have been really happy with the way my skin is looking as we come into this colder weather. Typically, I get very dry skin, but this moisturizer blend that I'm using is amazing. And I don't know if have you tried the tinted moisturizer? I tried that and it's great. It covers up my little blemishes, but it doesn't look like makeup because it's just a moisturizer. So sweet. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, okay, yeah. So as you are getting into the holiday season and preparing to celebrate all that, keep an eye out for your friends who may be suffering during this time. And we all need to stick together and remember that these holidays are supposed to be fun. So don't put too much pressure on yourself. All right? If you just can't handle putting up all the decorations, don't worry about it. That's not what it's about. If you are so exhausted by the end of getting ready for the holiday that you can't enjoy the holiday, what's the point? Okay. I also think the same thing about Thanksgiving. I love having a big Thanksgiving meal, but that's a lot of work. And if you're trying to do all that by yourself, well, I don't understand it. No, skip that part. It's not about the food. It's about the spending time with the people that you love and that you care about. one last bit about Thanksgiving. Because Thanksgiving is often centered so much around family, it can be really difficult for people that are not close to their family. Especially, well, from my own experience, I know that when I had just come out as gay or was still sort of in the closet or whatever, I didn't feel that close to my family, and Thanksgiving was difficult because it kind of just magnified some of those feelings that I had. Luckily, all that's changed now, but at the time it was difficult. And I was fortunate to have a group of friends. We were all kind of in the same boat. So we made our own family. We had our own family Thanksgiving, and it was wonderful. So there, don't forget, there's the family that we are born into, and there is the family that we draw to us. Speaking of, there's Danica. Danica and Bobby are both part of my chosen family. I love you both. So don't be afraid. I'm gonna give you permission to pay as much attention to your chosen family as your DNA family this holiday season, because we really need to have each other's backs. I mean, seriously. I know that right now I am depending on you, all of you, to help me maintain my positive vibes, my positive flow, uh, all of that right through to the end of the year. We've got really a month and a half left in 2017, a little more than that. So, I have been struggling the last month, but I want to charge through the end of the year, and you guys can help me with that because I really get a lot of your energy. I feel that love coming from you, and I want to give it back, and I want you to keep giving it to everybody, and we're just going to love our way through the end of 2017. Okay? That's my suggestion, and I'm going to leave it at that. I may be back on later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm getting myself all kind of back together after hovering over that dark pit of depression for the last couple of days, weeks. I don't know. But I'm back. And so I'm going to try to get some work done today. I know. I showered, shaved, and I'm going to work. What? Okay. All right. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Great weekend coming up, and I will talk to you later. Bye.